Since Minecraft's humble beginnings, a few things have remained pretty consistent. Players can build with blocks, the sun will set and rise, and apparently we only have one season. In a recent video we did talking about Notch's old public to-do list for Minecraft, we mentioned that he had an idea for seasons within Minecraft, all the way back in the alpha days of the game. This idea has been thrown around for an extremely long time in the Minecraft community, obviously as far back as almost 9 years ago. With the game growing older and older, I'm kind of shocked that we haven't seen this implemented in at least some way. So in this video, we're going to give our ideas and talk about why this idea could truly change Minecraft. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, one of Minecraft's major constants is that we have only ever had one season in the game, if you discount the snowy worlds that we had in early Minecraft Alpha. As far as experiencing different seasons go in Minecraft, biomes are the most variety that we have. Snow is specific to the taiga and tundra biomes, and that's really it. We have jungles, we have plains, we have deserts, and all of these things, but they're just kind of one season, and the temperature gauge within these biomes only aids in world generation itself, not any sort of season-like functionality. It would be pretty hard to argue that seasons wouldn't add a lot to Minecraft, but there's also a lot that we would have to consider so that it wouldn't be destructive in nature for pre-existing worlds. So let's get into our ideas. So first things first, if Mojang were to implement seasons into Minecraft, we'd have to get a few things right. In my opinion, this should be toggleable by the world or by a game rule, or should be ignorable by some other means, maybe like a resource pack where all of the modified colors within a season could actually be changed to not be modified if the textures within your resource pack allowed for it. But simply put, locking you into experiencing an ever-shifting scape of seasons would be absolutely dreadful for a lot of players who don't want that. Some people do like Minecraft the way that it is. This should be offered as a feature and not so much a requirement. I mean, heck, you could be able to lock it to one season if you really wanted to, so if you wanted to always experience an autumn-like season, you could do that. In my opinion, loading up a brand new world should start you off on the coattails of winter ending and becoming spring. If you start a brand new world, you know what you're going to get. This would kind of offer the same consistency as the time of day always starting at sunrise. You would always start with the same season. Another option would be straight up just letting the player choose what season they would want to start with before loading up the world. Now, when you load into the world and start playing, the question of when the next season comes into effect should be answered. And if I'm giving my thoughts, I think a 365-day in-game calendar would work nicely. Hitting F3, you can see what day you're on in your world. Without sleeping in Minecraft, a full 365-day year in Minecraft takes approximately 5.07 real-life days, or 121.68 hours in real life to occur. Sleeping in Minecraft does cut down that number drastically. If each season took up 1/4 of a year without sleeping, a Minecraft season would last 30.42 real-life hours. In reality, that's not too bad, considering you probably will only play the game at most about 6 to 10 hours a day, even if you're really hardcore. Each season would give the world some sort of different functionality as well. So let's get into that. If I had to put my finger on it, I'd probably argue that spring is the generic season of Minecraft. So how could we make this one more interesting? Well, for starters, maybe more flowers should bloom during this time. As it'd be riding right off the end of winter, maybe we could see more animals start to come out. This could affect a lot of biomes in different and distinct ways. Tundras wouldn't snow as often, jungles could have more life pretty much immediately, just things of that nature, the works. An interesting idea could be seasonal crops as well. These crops could be found during specific seasons or could just outright grow easier during specific times, whereas maybe you wouldn't expect crops to grow very well during the winter, they would grow a lot better during the spring and even more so during the summer. Things like carrots are a spring vegetable, where cabbages can withstand the winter with ease. Implementing things like this could offer up a lot of variety in Minecraft's farming scene. Seeing as games like Stardew Valley do extremely well, it's not too far off to say that Minecraft could use some of this as well. The argument here is that when you get into realism versus a fun mechanic, you don't want the game to be too much of a chore. If you're wanting to plant a bunch of crops in the off-season, maybe it would take something like twice as long. And because bone meal would still work, even though it would be twice as less effective, I don't think that this would be a terrible idea. Now, on to summer. Again, if I had to choose which season probably reflects Minecraft the most right now, it would probably be summer or spring. It's genuinely a toss-up, so how would I make summer more interesting? Well, maybe temperatures. Now, before we raise our pitchforks, I'm not going to go all out and say that we should see our Minecraft characters sweating anytime soon. I just think the idea is too good to pass up. Real-life biomes like the tundra often see snow melting in the summer, so why not Minecraft? The entire biome doesn't have to melt. Maybe a few grass patches here and there to reflect the heat front that's moved in should be enough, especially at lower altitudes, whereas maybe at higher altitudes the snow could remain as sort of snow caps for various mountains. In biomes like deserts and jungles, maybe you would just have to drink water occasionally. There shouldn't be a hydration meter or anything though, but if water affects anything, maybe it should affect the hunger bar, and only for the time that you're in the really hot biomes. The way that I look at it is a realism versus a fun mechanic. If what you have to do is a chore, then it's not fun and it shouldn't be implemented. If I had to pitch an idea, maybe every minute or two or so, you would lose something like half a hunger bar and you would hear a noise that would specifically let you know that you're feeling dehydration or something like that. In real life, summer is when everything is also becoming green and vibrant, so we might also start to see a change in the hue of leaves and the grass and things of that nature, and so on and so forth. The leaves could get more bright, more animals could come out, things of that nature. And right after summer comes autumn. Here, the leaves should start to change color, and we would probably have less leaves on certain trees in general, with the exception of taiga biomes being like evergreen trees. In real life, I'd argue that spring and fall are the more generic temperature seasons, so for the sake of fun in Minecraft, everything is kind of normal except for the color changing. On top of the leaves changing their colors, maybe grass should start to change to a more brown and orange look, maybe a little bit like Podzol, but not quite as aggressive. For the sake of bringing life to these biomes, maybe certain animals like foxes and wolves should be more prevalent until the end of winter. Also, maybe like how sand particles are when they're suspended and floating, leaves should have a particle effect where leaves would appear to be falling from the trees, again, even if it was just a particle effect. Just a simple change like this could bring a lot to a Minecraft world. And finally, winter. And first things first, no, physical snow layers shouldn't be piling everywhere. Snow falling? Yes. Snow on the ground? Not always. If it's snowing though, what do we do instead? The answer is actually kind of simple. When looking at a grass block covered with snow, you'll notice that the side of a block is white instead of green. But when you break the snow, it goes back to green. Using the debug stick in Minecraft on the grass block, you can actually make this texture appear. So all Mojang would have to do is calculate that if a block was exposed to the sky, that it would be covered by a sheet of snow or turned into a white grass block depending on the biome and how heavy it was snowing. That way, your redstone creations or what have you wouldn't have a bunch of snow dumpstered on top of it that you would have to deal with later. Again, fun over realism. Biomes like the savanna wouldn't change all that much year-round because of the way that they actually function in real life, but things like plains and forest could look completely different. I mean, heck, in the Sahara Desert, sometimes it does snow. While it's an extremely rare occurrence, it is still entirely possible. Also, another interesting idea is that water could freeze during the winter seasons. The mechanics surrounding torches, glowstone, and lava should definitely still apply. However, if you want to fish, you'll have to dive down below the water and go hunting, or you'll have to build a little base on the water and go ice fishing or something like that. And finally, again, temperature. Players in the winter should probably have to bundle up. Giving leather armor an actual use would be kind of nice, and you could even customize your winter coats and whatnot with whatever color that you saw fit, but that's just an idea. But what do you think? Do you think that seasons should be added into Minecraft? Why or why not? If they were, what would you want to see implemented? Let me know in the comments section down below. Personally, the main thing that I care about is that snow layers wouldn't start piling up onto my builds. But other than that, that just about does it for me for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself and Michaelmcchill, who co-wrote and edited this video, the channel, and the video quite a lot. But anyways guys, I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.